Sweet. Usual performance.
Yeah, I'll take that.
So,
Yes.
new driver. Talk to me. How does it feel? What do you think about it?
Well, what do you think?
Well, what I think doesn't matter. The people want to hear what you think. I think when
What
I
do you
look at
mean?
it, when I look at it from this angle, my thoughts are, wow, there's tech. And then you spin it,
You're paid to say that, yeah.
you're paid to listen. That's what the difference is.
No, I actually love the tech. I mean, we were inside and they gave us a short introduction to what the technology has done behind it.
Can you feel it at any point in the swing? If you hit enough shots with it today, where you're
Yes.
starting to get an impression, like, I
Well-
can feel this.
So I hit some balls on TrackMan with it. Club head speed was up, ball speed was up,
That's a great
and
start.
I haven't even done anything, and I was carrying it 310. Do you know what I mean? So I would have. It'd be nice to be able to test it up against my M6 right now, but. So I'm playing the Max.
Yeah.
So the Max obviously doesn't
You've
have
done
it.
that decision already. You're like, first day, I've decided.
Not really. I'm interested to try. What do you call it? The Sim. Is there any
Sim and then Sim
Sim
Max.
Max? So yeah, I'm interested to try this
Play
Sim.
around.
Yeah, play around with it. But typically, I like the non-adjustability of it. I mean, the only thing that you can adjust is obviously this.
Yeah. Now, you drove it well last year. Where does that put you as a tour player when you are out here testing clubs, be it on the golf course or the range?
What do you mean? Where does that put me?
As in, what's your mentality going into the following year? Do you sit there and think, geez, you know, this thing better be super good, or where you at?
It's hard because sometimes you don't even want to mess around with drivers, right?
Yeah.
But you have to kind of test it out just to see if it's going to perform better. Because if it does perform better and you actually see what you need to see, especially with trajectory and spin, but if it's going further and you're hitting it just as good as the old driver, then you always put it in. If it's going further, that's my telltale. Because if I can get up there and hit a shot and not have to worry about manipulating anything, then I'm fine. If I can just go out and hit the certain shot that I'm trying to hit. But like man, it's very difficult. But for some reason, I'm always in the new driver. I always say no, I'm not going to change, but I always come back to, going into the new driver.
Now, when I watch you talk about it, there's a lot of hand signals, and I'm thinking, is he landing planes or is he trying to talk to me about trajectory? What window are you looking at? When you, and does the new driver go into a different window straight out the gate?
Yeah, so this is different because...
That was a good question, eh?
It was a good question. Can't believe that came out of your brain.
It's scripted probably. Anyway, carry on.
So, for the longest time, because I swing it pretty dang straight.
Yeah, you were talking about that today. You are on the money neutral, right?
On the money neutral. So the only thing that I have to do is control my club face. So it's actually a hit, to be able to hit a fairway, it's easier to hit a fairway if you're, inside a lot or, from out to in a lot. Just because, you can match up the face a lot easier. When you swing it very straight, you have to be, to match the face, if you swing it straight, to have the club face a little bit closed, it starts left and draws. You have the face a little bit open, it starts right and cuts.
Yeah.
So it's a lot harder. So I went to a driver that's, was spinning around 2,000.
Yeah.
It wasn't going as high.
Yeah.
But if I can swing it straight and have at least some sort of control, it's going to just come out dead straight and not knuckle, but just kind of go dead straight.
Give you that optimal ball flight. Really.
100%, yeah. So I think going into next year, I'm looking to probably raise that trajectory up maybe 10 to 20 feet and still keep it around 2,000. So.
And when you say that, I think that's a little bit why you've gravitated into Sim Max, because at the end of the day, you've got that high launch in it. Now, it's got twist face in it.
Which is good.
You've been a big fan of that.
Yes.
From the start. You've been very vocal about that.
Massive fan about it. Oh, it's only because, I mean, you know that you misses. Now, I miss it on the toe a lot. I very rarely miss it on the heel.
Yeah. Even your level of driving, you're saying you're missing it. So think about the consumer now. I mean,
But that's what I'm saying is like I'm hitting it up here. If I didn't have twist face, it turns another 10 to 20 feet.
Yeah.
It's off the fairway.
Yeah.
If I have the twist face, I mean, I really have to not match the face up and toe it to hit a bad one.
Yeah. One thing that's on my mind, and we come out and we talk to you guys about all of this, the golf ball.
Yes.
When you are fitting yourself into this golf ball or working with our reps to get into this, does driver come into the conversation, or do you start with wedges? Where do you go with that?
Typically, yeah, it's funny because you're asking the golf ball to do so many things.
Yep.
Right. So
And it's the key. It's the only piece of equipment you're using. Even your glove, you change.
Yeah, you have to use the golf ball, and obviously you can't go to a golf ball one day and then go to a different golf ball the next day, because one golf ball may be set up for your golf clubs.
Yeah.
And the other golf ball, which is a TaylorMade TB5X,
Yeah.
it may drop out of the sky.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So my big thing was, if I'm getting fit for a golf ball, and like I said, you're asking a lot of it, being able to have the control around the greens, but I don't start there. I typically start with, the irons. Being able to see the windows properly.
Again, yeah.
Spin. When I hit the abbreviated follow through, the flighted shot I call, I want it to be able to go out on a lower flight,
Yeah.
spin, peak and spin,
Yeah.
and land soft,
Yeah.
but also not get hit by the wind.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I mean, it's everything.
And then I get into the driver and I'm like, okay, I want it to launch at this level, and I want it to spin 2,000.
Have you adjusted drivers in the past to get you into a driver?
Yes.
So that's
Yeah.
another
You have
advocate.
to. I mean, the good thing about it is, like, for this, so for instance, I'm trying to, obviously I adjust
flight control.
your flight control through the loft. That brings, sometimes they can add spin, sometimes they can bring down
Yeah.
spin.
Yeah.
So we just kind of, the guys are so good in the trailer, or even if I go out to like any of the kingdom on the East Coast or the West Coast, the guys are so good there that I usually find a driver pretty dang quick.
Jace, walking out here, we're approaching your ball now. Honestly, I wish you'd hit it twice so we could walk again, because picking your brains on it it's good to hear what you think. Thanks for your feedback, and
No worries, man.
thanks for taking a stroll.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers,
Thanks,
buddy.
buddy. That was easy. Especially with you.
100%.